Hi folks, welcome back. So today we're back with SPIRITBOX. It's been a hot minute since we looked at any SPIRITBOX, maybe 2 years, something like that. I've done a few SPIRITBOX reaction analysis videos, really liked what I heard, but I haven't done any extracurricular listening to try and save them for chances like this. So this song's Eternal Blue, and it comes in as a request from one of my VIP patrons over on Patreon, Fall of Seal. So thank you very much for the request. And yeah, the format of this video is we're going to listen to the song right through from beginning to end for a first time reaction, and then afterwards we'll go through and sort of talk a wee bit about what's going on musically and stuff like that. So hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please do like and subscribe. Consider supporting me on Patreon, checking out my own music, and have covers and different things on the channel as well. So have a little poke around, as we would say here in Northern Ireland. Have a poke around there, big lad. See what you can find. You know, see how you think how Northern Irish I sound right now. You see how much I've tamed it for you guys. You know, you're privileged, because I could really be sounding like this all the time. And that's what you hear in the movies when somebody's from Northern Ireland. They talk like this all the time, don't they? Isn't that right? I do the best Northern Irish accent, but then what's this one? Hey? Your boy's posh. Definitely not posh. Without further ado, let's get going, big lad. Go.
It's not that you open my heart, folding like a reptile, colder in the light. It's not that the agony starts to pull me like a riptide, pulsing in time. It's one by one, cut the circulation as the dust settles for you. Flood in the current will run, and eternal blue sun to illuminate our wounds. I wish my blood would slow down. And what's left of me, a cavity, at least the space is in my heart. It's where you left me to die. I wish my blood would slow down.
beautiful. Beautiful and really heavy, both. Both of those things. There's just there's a light airiness, I kind of see the thing vertically, in terms of the music. There's this weight down at the bottom with the drums and the bass and the guitar, and then you've got this lightness up at the top, this dreamy, atmospheric, ethereal, beautiful vocals and synths, the dreamy stuff. It definitely got like sort of like retro wave kind of, like 80s synth wave kind of vibes at the start before the band came in. It could have went straight into like Mitch Murder kind of, or who else does those kind of things? What do you call that? Is it Gunship or something? Oh, it's been years since I've listened to that stuff. But yeah, definitely big 80s vibes. Beautiful sort of soundscapes there, like like movie soundscape stuff. And then obviously they've got this sort of modern, gent. I mean, I was going to say genty, but it is gent, isn't it? Genty. It's genty kind of stuff. And then it's just beautifully placed vocal that there's just a lovely melting pot. All those things combined together just create something very beautiful and something very heavy as well. I've kind of found myself physically sort of going between, that's really groovy, to sort of wanting to sort of just, the reason I'm mentioning that is because I think, so much of how music affects us can be a physical thing. And what are the two most important things in music, really? I mean, you could get into lists and preferences, but the two most important things, really, in the musical language are melody and rhythm. And we've got them in bucket loads. Going to say something else there. Bucket loads, beautiful melodic vocal, and how groovy is that? So it's making you want to, oh yes, and it's making you drift off with the melody. So it's just got those two things married together perfectly well. So we'll go back and maybe have a chat about what's happening a little bit in a wee bit more detail. Let's do that now. Please consider taking a moment to check out my other channel, JW Soundworks, where you will find unique cover song performances. Newly composed piano arrangements. And all of my self-composed original music. The beeps. I noticed those beeps at the end as well, isn't that right? Is that how we finished? Yeah, there we go, that's the end of the song. This is a nice bookend there. I kind of know, that kind of puts me in mind of like a heart monitor or something like that. It's got that steady electrical pulse, but then you've got this sort of fizzy kind of electrostatic kind of thing, which, sort of suggests like another worldly kind of thing to me. So it's very dreamlike. Hear the crackle, the fizzle. And it sounds like the beat is very, obviously it sounds like one of those machines I was talking about, but actually that bum bum sounds like a guitar harmonic. Is it a C sharp? Look at the synth pad underneath. Right, so what's that riff? So it's suggesting that the key is F sharp minor here, and that is such a beautiful chord. It's basically an F, well, I'll say basically, it's not a basic chord. It's an F sharp minor 7, but it's got a sus4 instead, and it also has a 9 in there. So I don't know what way you want to say that. F sharp minor 7, add 9. add 10, add 9, add 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever that is. 8, 9, 10, 11, add 11. It's maybe that, add 11. Sorry, I need more coffee. More coffee. It's very early in the morning here. Should have had something to eat too. Empty stomach. Music is the food that will satiate my appetite. We'll be fine. So where did we get to? It's up higher, isn't it? And let's see, there was something nice about the way this was accented. I actually thought when I first heard it that it was going to go round and round. It made me think of, it's one of my favorite things musically to do, compositionally, is if you kind of think of this. It didn't do this, but I'm going to share this with you anyway, because I think this is interesting, to me at least. So if you think of the beat, so you've got like a sequence of what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes. So if you put those 5 notes on a loop, but you're in 4/4 time, it means that every time you loop that, there's a different note in the motif that's being accented. I love doing that. I do that all the time in my own music as well, and I intend to do even more of it. It's hinted at here, and then it changed a little bit, but it definitely had a bit of that. You know, instead of like something like that where you're always landing on the same note at the start. It's the fact that you get this motif. You get like in Philip Glass's music has that a lot as well. Anyway, let's move on. So it does, it changes around and it is lower. That's where it comes back down. It's using the same notes again.
It's not that you open my heart, folding like a reptile, colder in the light. It's not that the agony.
This is a bit of a sound. Very synthwave. If you take the vocal out, which would be sacrilegious, don't do it. But imagine that without vocal. That's like Terminator. Well, not really Terminator, but like a pastiche, Terminator pastiche from the 2000s. There we go. Is that the notes from that melody? Do you hear the way she sort of glides a lot? That's one of the things, unfortunately, we can't do on the piano. We just go straight there. There's a great masterclass by the sort of legendary classical pianist Georgy Sebok, Sebok, where he talks about the illusion of doing that on a piano, where you kind of, with your timing, you can create the illusion of being able to what we call portamento, or gliding from one note to the other. We have to, it's an illusion because you're not actually doing it, but if you time it in a certain way, that certain people, I think he puts it that certain people who have the right antennas in the audience will hear the notes in between. like on a violin. He uses do. She does that beautiful gliding between the notes. Still got that theme, ba 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 ba, underneath. It's like the bass, guitar, and kick drum refuse to play on the beat. It's like everything's in between, you know, here's your beat. That's how we get the groove, because we think the drums, this is what's hooking us, that's right on the grid, you know? We're following that, everything else in... Offbeat for the win. More of that, please. If you're passionate about piano, whether as a player or listener, or if you're considering online lessons or masterclasses, please visit my YouTube channel, John Wilson Online Piano Lessons. There you'll discover a wealth of piano performances with many more to come. Based on demand, I'll also be introducing video tutorials for piano pieces. Thank you. Beautiful. It's that. Don't know. Probably it's maybe a fool's errand to try and do this, but I was going to pick a favorite thing about this. It's the texture. It's not hard to put your finger on what it is. I mean, it's synthesized stuff. Pads and things, but there's this just sort of constant moving around, sweeping, swirling kind of, you know, yeah, it's just, listen to that under, it's again, if I think about this vertically, it's somewhere between the vocal and the guitars. It's in there. It's just living, it's just swirling around. Still hear the beat. Has to be some sort of symbolism going on here. Has to be. Excuse me. You got the beeps at the start, beeps at the end, beeps throughout the verse. Obviously, some of you will have already told that I haven't touched on lyrics. It's not really my wheelhouse. If I wanted to do lyrics, I'd need to go through again afterwards. And yeah, we'd be here all day, wouldn't we? So I'm sure there's people out there that are better equipped at me than, you know, if they're read up on their Canterbury Tales and their William Shakespeare, Seamus Heaney, and all those different poets and things like playwrights, and they can get into the subtext. Yeah. But musically, that's me. Let's talk about instrumentation. That sound, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if that's somehow linked to what's happening in the text. If it isn't, then it's maybe just a choice because it's cool sounding. But yeah, it seems a bit too pedestrian. It'd be like, oh, there's a beep, let's just put that beep throughout the song. I'm thinking there's some sort of symbolism behind that beep. What is it? Frozen in time is one by one, cut the circulation as the dust settles for you. Blood in the eyes were right, and you turn the blue sun to illuminate all wounds. I wish my brother would. I think the thing with the vocals that I really love is that you'd almost think that with this kind of really heavy setup that it would need to be screams or like at least a really powerhouse kind of vocal. But do you hear it's all delivered in a very gentle manner? I think it's just the right call. It's just the right call. It makes it so much more unique sounding, you know? There's another little thing. It reminds me of, anybody remember the game Mirrors? Mirrors? Hard for us to say here in Northern Ireland because we just go mirror, mirror. You know, gold, frankincense, and mirror. But there was a game on the Xbox 360 called Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge. The soundtrack was beautiful on that. There's something about this that's, you know, reminded me of that game. I wonder how many remember that. That little section's very like the soundtrack to Mirror's Edge.
And what's left of me, the cavity, at least the space is in my heart. It's where you left of me to die. I wish my blood would
A bit more busy now in the rhythm. Now, obviously there's lots of different ways that can be achieved, that sound. It puts me in mind of like scratching, you know, DJ kind of stuff. Harking back to those sort of cheesy Evanescence, the rap breakdown in the song, or Linkin Park, or one of those bands that I really, or Limp Bizkit, you know, no offense, but I could never really get into them. Some great songs, but that aspect of the new metal kind of thing, it sounds to me a little bit of the, you know, the DJ sort of thing, but it's done in a better way. I think that's how it's done in this case. Of course, you can use that side of the pick on the guitar. You can tell I'm out of practice. I'm not really doing this much, you know. Of course, it could be something else as well. It just sounds a bit like that, but that's my first thought. Also, I take it the band play like 8 strings or 7 strings or something, because that is low. That's, if I were down to F sharp, I have to go up. This guitar is tuned to standard, so, you know, which is E. So F sharp is 2 up from that, or, my goodness, it's too early to think backwards. Basically, if you think of this, yeah, think of that as being your open string. You have to go this low to get to F sharp. So it's like starting here. It's there. That's what the guitar's tuned to, so I'm guessing it's 7 or 8 strings. I might be able to get there with my fancy pedal. How many is that below? I don't know if I have enough. That's good for it. Resale value. No, it doesn't let me go that low. What's that? It allows me to go down 7 semitones. It gets me to A. So I actually can't go low enough to play this. But anyway, let's play it like that. Things are getting silly now, but like, yep, silliness. The guitar's below somewhere here.
And what's left of me, the cavity.
Got that theme or motif. coming through again, but different tone, different synth being used there. That sounds a little bit more like the chiptune stuff. Nice. Very good video game. Another soundtrack it's making me think of was the game Fez. That was another video game on Xbox called Arcade or whatever it was. You know, the ones that you downloaded. The guitar is really, the guitar solo. You know, it's so you, think about that. Those are the notes, right? Okay, but if you think of a traditional guitar solo, you're not going to have that much reverb on most guitar solos, but that's, get a wee bit close to it there. Yeah, tons of reverb on that solo. Nice. Let's move on. Becomes part of that sort of swirly mix against that really dry staccato. Great drumming too, of course, but yeah. Huge sound. Pick script. There is a bit of panning going on between that right and left. It's very subtle, you know, they're not going like, you know, hard pan right and hard pan left. You know, bum, bum. It sounds like it's just moving a little bit. It's a fraction between this ear and that ear. Great request, Fall of Seal. Love this. Beautiful song. Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, consider supporting me on Patreon. Head over there if you want to get some requests in. And yeah, take it easy. Check out some more of the channel as well. And see you later, big lad.